Hey, Bill.
James, good to see you again.
See you again.
All right. Here we are, the Fit and 50 show number 2.
Yes, hello, I'm Jim Ciotti, head trainer here at the Rochester Athletic Club on the beautiful Paint Creek Trail.
And I'm Bill Barber. I work with Jim. We have this, absolutely, as you mentioned, this beautiful facility. We're in the Pilates room today, the Paint Creek Pilates studio. Yeah, it's warm and comfortable, and it's got some machines over here that, if you're not familiar with, they may look like torture chambers, but they're not. They're actually here to help in so many locations of the core. And it's just a beautiful, warm facility, as I mentioned, and it's dedicated to the Pilates arena.
We have an absolutely state-of-the-art Pilates studio with much other equipment here at the Rochester Athletic Club.
Yeah, lots of these little balls, too.
Yeah,
This is a lot of fun. But last week, Jim, we were talking about the research that we did in the disability threshold about what happens if we don't maintain our lean muscle mass.
Absolutely. And as you remember last time when we talked about that, we're dedicating the majority of our shows to the Fit and 50, which are people aged 50 and over. And the reason why we've done that, as a recap from the last show, is we feel there's truly a need out there.
Absolutely.
Because of the obesity rates in older individuals, the diabetes problems, just the nutritional deficiencies in individuals that age. And as you baby boomers age, we know all of you want to have a great quality of life in your retirement years. So Bill and I are here to get all of you healthy.
Yep, and as mentioned too, we do have a block that goes from 40 to 50 as well. So it's not limited just to the 50-year-old.
Yeah,
we really are focusing on populations. Jim, today I tried to draw a circle. Would you be so kind as to hold that? My favorite.
Squeeze it a little bit too.
Yeah, I love that stuff. Okay, my attempt to draw a circle. This is absolutely amazing research, and this research has been backed up by the National College of Sports Medicine. This has been in the last 30 to 35 years. There's been ongoing studies about the effects of lean muscle mass and how it affects our daily living. This just absolutely is amazing. If this entire circle is the amount of calories that we burn a day, okay, then about 10% of the calories that we burn per day are burned just in the consumption of food. About 10% of our calories are burned just because it takes
to digest
it.
Exactly.
Foods. The whole process takes about 10% of our caloric usage. And then about another 23% here, which I was amazed when I read this, about 23% is through exercise. I would have thought that the majority of the caloric burn would have been through exercise. And this study even applies to well-fit and conditioned individuals. The elite athlete may, instead of 23, may get to 27 or 30, but it's not going to be a substantial amount more than that. So here you got about 33% of our caloric burn throughout the day between eating food and the digestion of it, and through our exercise. The balance of it, 67% of it, is through our resting metabolic rate, which is so much, as you know, attributed to
muscle mass.
Exactly.
The more muscle mass you have, the higher your metabolic rate is.
Yeah.
So as we age, and we talked about it, I think, a little bit on the last show, it's so important to do some type of strength and resistance training combined with your cardio training also.
So when we're resting, we're burning those calories. So even if we're sitting in a chair, or sitting at a desk, or sitting in our office, the more lean muscle we have, the more calories we're burning just sitting there.
And also, working out with that, companies to make you burn your body, your metabolism burns faster also.
Yes.
The more muscle you have. And if you're eating properly your food too, the digestion process works at a much smoother rate also.
It does. So, and you hit on that the nutrition process, and that's part of the 50 and Fit program, is the nutrition process, and it's essential.
Huge.
It makes a big a difference in how that whole caloric burn is.
Well, I'll give you a percentage that I think is stunning, and I know it to be true. And I've read it in some research. There could be a little argument on the percentages of it, but to change your body composition, for the most part, 80% of it is nutrition-based.
Yeah.
For example, you can work out 6 days a week. Sooner or later, it's calories in, calories out. You have to run in a deficit to lose weight. Now, I'm talking about individuals now who are overweight. Okay? So bottom line is, let's say an individual comes in and works out 6 days a week at the gym. That person, for example, burns, for argument's sake, between their metabolic rate, their digestion, they're working out, say they're burning 2,500 calories total. I'm just using that as a ballpark figure.
That's about the average,
give or take. even if it was 3,000. Now say that person's taking in 4,000 calories a day. Well, they can work out until they're blue in the face, but they're never going to lose weight. They might get a little bit stronger. Their muscle endurance will improve. Even maybe their cardio
and their
endurance will. They're definitely going to feel better. You're going to be healthier working out. But if you want to lose weight, that's why with our nutrition program, we have all the nutritional software that we plug in that gives us the information we need. You need to be running in a deficit. So to lose 1 pound of weight, you got to be in a deficit of 3,500 calories. So bottom line, sooner or later, it's a math equation. Calories in, how much am I expending, how much do I need to cut back? And that's where our expertise come in with my experience in nutrition, because 80% of it for bodybuilders truly is nutrition. And the basic fundamentals of bodybuilding is good eating behavior modification. Yeah, we might take it to the extreme, but what we did, I took that knowledge with Bill's help, and we put it into a plan and nutrition program that everybody can follow. It's really a great program.
It really is. And we focus on safety. We focus on correction exercises. We focus on the fundamentals that are really focused towards the 40 to 50 block, and then that 50 and plus block.
Absolutely.
And speaking of nutrition, Jim, last show we talked about the achievements that you made. Well, since then, I was able to locate something out of the dungeons, and I want to show the audience. And I apologize in advance, Jim, but I'm going to show the entire town of Rochester, Michigan, you in your underwear.
You are?
Yes, yeah. You know what? And I hope the camera picks this up here, so I'm going to... This I thought was just great. This is you during your last competition, the Grand Champion, basically practicing what you're preaching at this point.
It's basically the same program that I put together. Now, obviously, that picture is to an extreme for bodybuilding purposes, but that was from my last.
Yeah, you did a great job on that.
Well, thanks, Bill, for showing everybody.
You in your underwear?
But believe it or not, we were in front of about 1,000 people there, so I mean that's what you have to do. So
okay.
All right, appreciate it. Now, in reference to nutrition, I'm just going to go over some of the individuals. We promised to have some individuals here to talk.
Yes.
Well, because of some scheduling problems, we weren't able to do that today because we were in such a hurry. We were so excited about this program to film it again. We're filming it 2 days in a row. So bottom line is, I've got some of the charts that I just want to review with you, and we will have the individuals here in our next episode.
Yes,
so,
great.
First one I want to go over is a female, and this individual started off at 210 pounds, and approximately 14 to 16 weeks later, she was down to 183.6 pounds. A loss of 26.4 pounds. But what's most important about that weight loss is she lost over 7.3% of body fat. The key in weight loss is not necessarily the weight loss. You want to lose it from fat. You want to maintain as much lean muscle mass as you can.
Necessary to burn
those calories.
Exactly.
And what happens sometimes if we go on really restrictive eating programs and they're not balanced. See, we balance our nutrition program with the percent of protein, carbs, and fat. So it gives you enough macronutrients and nutrients to make sure you maintain muscle mass. Extremely important in any nutrition program. So that was one of our individuals. And by the way, her age was 47 years old.
That's great.
Let me go with another one now. This is a male. He was 66 years old. And again, we weigh in once a week on our program, which I think is important to know. And the reason we weigh in is one, for accountability.
Yes.
And two, if we need to make adjustments to your caloric intake or to how much cardio you do.
We don't want you losing too much weight too quickly.
Too quickly. Normally it's anywhere, depending on your goals and objectives, from a half a pound a week up to maybe 2 pounds, 2.5 at the very most for people who are maybe extremely obese.
Exactly.
Because you lose too quickly, a lot of that weight loss will come from muscle, that most important.
It's hard to do now.
Now here's a gentleman, 66 years old, started off at 222.2 pounds, a body fat of 40.6.
That's kind of dangerous.
Very, very dangerous. Now, as his last body fat, he was down 31.6 pounds and down an astonishing 9.9 pounds of body fat, which in the body fat analysis it showed that every pound of weight loss came from fat and absolutely lost no muscle. So that individual will be in here to talk to you.
Yeah.
And that is really astonishing at 66 not to lose no muscle at all.
Yeah.
Another gentleman we have started off at 244.8 pounds, a body fat of 34.4. got down to 209.8. He's actually a little less now, down to 206.4, but the last body fat was 26.6%, down almost 8%. And again, the majority of his weight loss came from fat, not muscle. So very, very important. That's why it keeps that metabolic rate up there. And one last one, a little bit younger individual, but still fit our program, our nutrition program, was 40 years old. That individual started off at 40.6% body fat, 278.4 pounds. And Frank will be in. I already talked to him.
Yeah.
He's excited to come
Great
here
individual.
and meet with us. He's a gym teacher in the Rochester School District.
Yes.
Great guy. Would work out here every morning. Very strong weightlifter. Very dedicated. But his nutrition was way off. And he started the program with Matt, one of our other trainers. And guess what? He got down to his body fat to 24.4%.
Wow.
Loss
Wow.
of 16.2% body fat.
That's incredible.
Phenomenal.
That is astounding.
And he maintained just about all of his muscle mass. Matter of fact, a couple of we do your body fat analysis, by the way, every 4 to 5 weeks. Weigh you in every week, every 4 to 5 weeks, to make sure that you're not losing too much muscle if you need to make adjustments.
Exactly.
So as you can see, these are just some of the 50 or 60 individuals that have been on the program and some of the great results that we've had. And you'll be talking to those individuals and seeing those individuals too, personally.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, and we have a lot to offer. So next show, we're going to have Frank.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to, I know Frank and he looks great, and he's excited to be here as well, and we'll pick it up from there.
Yeah, and matter of fact, next show what we're going to try to do in this upcoming shows is have like a recipe of the week.
Yes.
Things of that nature. My wife is a phenomenal cook and has cooked healthy for me over the years and really has been one of my best supporters for me in reference to my career in bodybuilding.
Homemade protein bars.
Homemade type of recipes that are extremely healthy but yet very tasty. And we're going to start filming in every different part of the rack. So you're going to see the beautiful Rochester Athletic Club. We're going to show you the blade, the hockey training treadmill, which is great. We're going to have Sandy come in from our Pilates instructor to talk about how important Pilates is for the 50 and fit group. And we're going to have other trainers in reference to corrective exercises, things of that nature, which Bill is an expert in reference to that, and also a balance and stability type of exercises going forward.
Very important.
So we're going to have tips and recipes. We're going to be doing filming in the gym, showing you exercises. So we've got so much more information to show you.
Can't wait. Cannot wait. All right, James. Until next show.
Oh, it's
all
a
right.
pleasure. See you then.
Take care. Thank you.